Welcome to OmEn Online. I'm Johnny. This is Dennis with us again. Adam's over there.
Hey, I'm here.
Hey. He's sitting there doing his thing. We're doing our thing. We hope you enjoy the show. That's so majestic of him just sitting there like that.
He does that all the
We have
time,
a
bro.
special guest here.
This is the almighty beast, Brewski Brew. Right there. Oh, Bruce.
We love having our animals on as guests.
Yeah, they're fun. We love him. He's a pretty cool dog.
So, what? Let's get you down for a bit.
Yeah, we're going to sit here and actually have a conversation for a little while. So, Dennis, since last time we were with you, what have you had come up lately? You know, what have you been
Hey,
getting
the Earth
into?
is not a donut.
Well, I agree.
Oh man, the Earth is a donut. That'd be awesome, man. Because I'd never be hungry.
Man, I like to make fun, and my opinion on flat or round, honestly, would be really cool to know, but at the moment, there's
Exactly. We have
So I'll
some more
make fun
stuff
of
going
it.
on around thinking about that right now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We got more important things going on. Like, you heard about the rainforest, right?
Thank you.
Oh man, that's crazy. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
see, here's the
Wildfires
thing.
burning crazy out there.
20%
Those
of the
people
world's
have
oxygen.
just won court cases for their land against the corporations, and then almost a little bit shortly after that, their land's on fire.
That's a hell of a coincidence.
But at the same time, what's getting me is they're trying to say that that's 20% of the world's oxygen, there. No, that's not. Most of the world's oxygen comes from phytoplankton in the ocean.
Right.
And most
Still, 20%
But that's
comes
still-
from the Amazon.
well, 20% may, yes.
come from.
But here's my thing is, now, is it actually the corporations doing it, or the tribes maybe clearing the land for farming?
I believe these corporations paying certain little tribes dudes to do shit against their own tribes.
Oh, you're talking about like how they did in Ace Ventura too?
Chicago!
Chicago. The big white bat. Hey man, I actually seen this picture, man, that showed how big the wildfires are burning, and it actually ran a whole line from the top of the eastern United States all the way down to the bottom of the eastern United States, just to give perspective at how much it was.
And the forest, the Amazon does have fires every year. It's just this year is crazily outrageous, and they can tell it's man-made. It's not nature.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching some videos on 9/11.
Some laser beam coming from a drone. That could happen too.
Yeah, all these things can happen.
That's what happened in California.
Dude, we've got crazy lasers like that, man. You can get a live laser at a store. You can start fires
What was
with.
that movie that Val Kilmer was in, where they were trying to stop a laser like that, and at the end of it, they used it to pop a whole shit ton of popcorn in that dude's house. It was something geniuses.
They used it to pop popcorn.
It filled this dude's entire house up with popcorn and destroy it, basically.
That was
Right.
Because he was trying to, what was it? It's called like Pure Geniuses or something like that. Some Geniuses. But it was really good. That was
If you all know, let us know what the name of that movie is. We will not give you $1 million.
Right. Leave a comment for free.
And my favorite price, $3.99.
Right.
And if we happen to mention you, we're still not going to give you anything.
Hey, but crazy fact, man.
Absolutely.
You know how you was talking about the Amazon rainforest and how it's like 20% of the world's oxygen out of carbon dioxide. Or carbon dioxide, yeah. So like 1 acre of marijuana produces as much oxygen out of carbon dioxide as 10 acres of rainforest.
So does him.
They're the same family. So.
Yeah, they're the same
Right.
family. And these are like renewable, heavily renewable resources. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
so it takes
Thousands of
It only takes, what, a couple months? Like 2 or 3 months at the most to really grow.
You looking at like,
I don't know. I'm just guesstimating. I've never done it.
They're already
I
making
think-
hemp plastic bags.
right, and they're biodegradable.
I posted one of them on Instagram a while back.
That's awesome. That's
And
awesome.
you can Google hemp plastic bag.
Right, and you can do about anything with that plant. You can hemp seed oil, make fuel out of it.
Heat, clothes, fuel, healing.
Paper industry, but
Toilet
The problem
paper,
is-
because Charmin killing the forest.
right.
Yeah, but you know what?
And
Better
so
than
is
wiping my
Nutella.
ass with a pine cone.
Just get a bidet,
Corn
one of them
cob,
butt squirters.
Corn cob.
I can see that.
Yeah,
I've seen one of those before somewhere.
I've got a couple at the store.
I wasn't trying to say that out loud, because that's where I saw them at.
Right.
Uh-oh.
Oh man, that's crazy.
But yeah. Okay.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, technical difficulties. We got a guest. We got an extra special guest here. This is Brewski.
Hey, howdy.
Y'all have seen my dog. Now you get to see Dennis.
That's right. This is the almighty beast, Brewski Brew. It's a man. All right, buddy. We're going to sit you down.
He was trying to come over here.
Not anymore.
I thought it was
You can't steal the dog.
To steal my
You
dog.
can't steal the dog. Oh man.
We can
Nah.
talk about this Amazon all day. My big concern, dude, is I don't give a shit if I get any kind of trouble or not. Nutella, Charmin. Dude, I can show you videos of Nutella for a company that burns trees and chops trees down for companies. One of them being Nutella.
Now, yeah, I hear what you're saying, man. I hear what you're saying, but one of the biggest destroys the rainforest in that area, as far as I know, is actually the cattle industry now. The beef industry is intentionally burning down acres and acres of rainforest.
Well, what they're doing, Nutella, and what Nutella's doing is getting the palm oil. And that's
Right.
on a whole nother island.
Oh, wow.
Hmm.
That's
Thousands
crazy.
of
That's crazy.
animals, man.
And that's horrible.
Orangutans. Yeah.
That's horrible that these industries are going out of their way,
All
going
you
out of their
gotta do
way
is-
to destroy
Because
our
it's easier
world
for 'em to do
because
that than it
easier
is
for them to make
protect it.
money.
Yeah. It's all
That's-
about the almighty dollar.
Yeah.
That's
That's
why
crazy.
I don't do religion anymore, because all they seem to want to do is ask people money.
Excuse me.
Yeah, go religion, man. You know what I read the other day?
What's
That's
that?
written in the
You
book of
can tell me.
Matthew.
All right, guys,
Almighty nice.
go over that again. The book of what? No, go for it. Go for it. Get it.
In the book of Matthew, or whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Matthew's
It is
gospel,
written.
the Gospel of Matthew.
Yes, sir. It is written. Well, this is a good
Research.
Research. You gotta love Google, man. We have
I am
access
Google.
to
It's,
unlimited information in the palm of our hands. It's awesome day and age.
2 hours later.
Just stand still for a second. We act like we paused.
All right. Fantasy from the Bible. When Jesus died on the cross, the graves opened, and the dead arose and walked in the streets of Jerusalem. Matthew 27:50-53.
That sounds like the zombie apocalypse.
Boom,
That sounds
baby!
like it being Revelation.
Also, doesn't that sound like he wasn't the only one that rose from the dead?
Yeah.
Well, don't it sound like an absolutely absurd story?
Yeah,
If
because
that actually happened, wouldn't we hear much more about it than
to one
nothing?
person.
Well, there's a lot of things you don't hear about Matthew's. I don't care for Matthew's gospel. I prefer the
Matthew
Thomas
and
gospel.
all the other apostles did not write any other gospels.
Well, Matthew isn't one of the 12 apostles or 12 disciples. 12 disciples. Yeah.
Work with me. I'm a hillbilly. I'm not from around here.
That's all good.
Wait.
I mean, I've already stated on other shows. I'm an omniist. I don't believe any religion is right, but I believe there's truth hidden in all of them. Just like the game of telephone, they all started. All myth is based in some fact.
Some
Hercules was probably just a strong guy that over time became a demigod. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was so
He was
strong.
a
I'm
hero.
thinking more of a Nephilim.
Maybe. I mean, the Nephilim. I mean, what do you think about that? Was that actual
It was
angels,
a
or
cross between a god and a human.
and what is God in that term?
A demigod.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Nephilim, if you want to go by the Bible.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to understand your
But at the
perspective.
same time, here's
'Cause
another one.
there's a
We
lot of
brought
people
this
that
up
think they're
before about
aliens.
the red-headed giants.
The red-headed giants.
There's
Okay,
more than
That's
just
in Indian
red-headed
folklore
giants.
and all that.
they're everywhere around the world.
Redheaded ones,
Well, I know those are the ones that are just most talked about.
right.
Right, and they are found in all cultures all around the world. So there is some fact to that.
Right.
Abraham Lincoln himself said, "We gaze on Niagara Falls," and I may misquote this, Lily. "We gaze on Niagara Falls just as the giants have in the past." You know, George Washington has it recorded when he was building one of his forts in, I'm wanting to say North Carolina or something like that. When they were digging out the foundation, they found giant skeletons. And these are our frickin' presidents. George Washington, one of our founding fathers,
Which
and
were
they
all mostly
recorded
Illuminati,
this.
or Freemasons.
I don't know if Abe Lincoln was, but
I don't
George
know if
Washington.
Abe
George Washington
Lincoln
was.
He was not.
I didn't think so.
I don't think he was either.
If you all know the answer before I do, hit me up. If not, you do not win $1 million.
Right.
And if you do, you still don't win $1 million. You might win a T-shirt or something if we ever get those made up.
It'd be nice. Get the T-shirts out. That might be our first giveaway. Who knows? Who knows? Open online T-shirts. Check it out. Get you one. Matter of fact, post some ideas for us. Comment on the show. Post us some ideas what you'd like to see on one of our T-shirts.
Yeah.
It'd be awesome.
I mean, I'd like to put a fat ninja on one.
Fat Ninja. And
I would like to have a picture of Anunnaki on there.
Do we
Anunnaki.
know what Anunnaki actually looks like, or is it an interpretation that you think it is?
I'm sure it's all interpretation as of right
It's
now.
all interpretation.
Well, because I mean, I try to tell people if God does exist, He doesn't really have one form. He can have any form He chooses.
Who's that?
If God exists,
Well,
being
I've explained this to you.
yes,
I can explain God scientifically.
I know, and I loved it.
And it's
Do it again.
really, really easy. All right, we've proven that if you put subatomic particles together, they can do calculations. All right, on the scale we can put them together, they do simple calculations.
Didn't I send you a little video through Instagram about that?
I honestly don't remember. I don't get on Instagram very often. I can't even lie. I try to get on there when I get
know, dude.
notifications of you.
I told you, I will burn you up. I'll send you
Now-
so much information, it's not fun.
But follow me on this. Subatomic particles,
Right.
we've also proven they come together naturally to do calculations. Now, everything is made up of these subatomic particles. So everything together is all one big brain, subatomic particle supercomputer that is constantly thinking and processing. And that, to me, is
Almost
God.
like the Sims game
It's not the old man in the
Yeah.
sky.
with conscience.
It's a living consciousness that is all of us.
That is ever expanding and ever growing.
Energy, light, never will die.
And for all we
Always
know,
changing.
we could be a figment of something's imagination.
Bingo, bingo, bingo.
Well,
we are riding the coattails of a light switch.
It's like if you
So enjoy what you have before that light goes back out.
well, it's like if you magnify up on like a nebula, and then you magnify
How you live with the brain?
a brain cell. Exactly. A brain cell and a nebula look identical.
I can show you a picture of dark matter. Dark,
And just like, the roots of trees and plants look just like, the inside of your lungs, wasn't it?
I don't know everything. I know if you look at the supercluster of galaxies we are in, it looks like a human heart. It's shaped just like a human heart. It's crazy. But that's one of the things I see as the truths hidden in religion, as above, so below. All right.
Well,
What's big is the same when it's little. If you know anything about fractals, no matter how far you zoom in or out, it's the same. You zoom all the way in and continue zooming in, and you'll have the same thing, the same thing, the same thing. You zoom out, you zoom out, you zoom out. It's the same thing. Can't really see it. It's so shiny. Oh wait, we almost had it. Honestly, I'll probably just clip it in there. Send me that picture so I can send me the picture, and I'll add it into the video before I post it. That's the one with the brain cell and the nebula, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's dark matter.
Oh, he says that.
Oh, dark matter. Let me see. Let me get a close up of it. Because we don't have the visual capability to see dark matter. Wait. Oh, what a beautiful day, man. I love this new platform. I love how we got it going with the video.
Yeah, and we are all in the same room, by the way. We're not in separate
I
places.
admit to nothing. I'm somewhere else.
Oh, yeah, undisclosed location.
Save me.
He's in the safe house.
They killed me.
I bet Dennis wishes he was in the safe house with his dog, so he'd have him trying to steal him.
I'm telling you.
Keep an eye on your dog.
Right here.
He might leave in the camera bag.
He'll fit in. I might have some food in there to, lure him with.
Oh, man. Great days, great days.
Oh, yeah.
Man, it is, dude. Honestly, I tell you what, man. Ever since I started meditating, doing little things that I would not do on a daily basis, and started doing them on a daily basis, no matter how big it is, and it's become a habit now. I make a conscious decision, which turned into a habit, which is now in my subconscious. Because your subconscious is nothing but a recorder.
Well, your brain works for you. So I actually, if you say anything, all right, this is a big thing on positive affirmations, and it ties directly in. Ties directly in with the laws of attraction. You say anything 16 to 32 times, 16 to 32 times. It implants it in your brain, implants it in your subconscious, and your brain starts doing it just like the placebo effect. It starts doing it for you.
Yes.
Your brain is such a powerful thing, and we don't use it. They say you only use 10% of your brain. That's not really true. You only use 10% at one time.
Yeah, that's what I believe.
But you use the whole brain.
Yeah.
So just think if we could increase that to 15% at one time. You know what I'm saying? Just that little bit of capability, like.
Well, the ones that can do that telekinesis. I reposted a video about it before.
I'm very skeptical on that.
I tell you what, man, I appreciate you sending and tagging me in that tunnel when the floor.
Oh, dude, the vortex.
I posted that on Instagram.
What is that?
And said it was.
He sent me a little clip of it, a short clip, and then I'm like, I found it by accident. I found the full video of the show, the episode of the show it was on. And I sent it back to him, and I was like, man, this is a really thing.
You tapped into that frequency, and that's how you found it. There is no accident.
I'll go with that. I'll go with that, because I don't believe in coincidences. A coincidence can happen, but not coincidence after coincidence.
Right.
It's just, It's
Well,
just
it goes back to
almost
that-
completely impossible.
Well, Adam, it goes back to what me and you used to sit on my porch one day and talk about a few years back. Remember how it's pretty much all chaos with a little bit of order thrown in?
Eh,
Everything.
I think you create your own. You create your own order.
Well, that's what I'm saying. A little bit of order's thrown in, but
You create
everything that happened was things hitting and banging, and the way life came was all just chaotic. It wasn't planned. That's how I feel about it. Like it just happened.
Well,
Developed and
if the
evolved the way
subatomic
it did.
particles do these calculations, then guess what? They've done these calculations, all right? And we can
Oh,
prove
yeah.
that. Hold on.
I forgot.
The dual slit
Dual slit.
experiment.
Exactly.
We
That's the video I
throw-
posted.
If you shoot single photons of light, a single particle of light, whatever you want to call it, it's a photon. You
Yep.
shoot a single photon of light, two
I watch
slits.
Star Trek. I know what a photon is.
All right, through two slits, right? It actually somehow calculates where every photon has hit before it and finds the perfect spot for it to land before you even shoot it out. How is that possible?
It will stop. It will.
They do crazy things. Like, all right, another thing,
knows when it's being
subatomic
watched.
particles can exist in multiple places at the exact same time until you take measurement of it.
Yep.
How does that happen? And how can you not believe in a greater? I mean,
Have you
people
checked out-
limit it by calling it
Have
God.
you checked out Dr. Bruce Lipton?
No, I have no idea who this is. Speak on.
I don't believe so.
Check out Dr. Bruce Lipton on YouTube. He explained, if I can explain this right, which I'm probably wrong, but hopefully you'll get the idea. Our body is made of cells,
Uh-huh.
atoms, and each atom actually has consciousness, and it developed into what we perceive we look like now, when in all actuality, we're just itty bitty cells with different consciousnesses working in one.
Well,
If I got that right.
right. There's another
Just check
thing.
him out on YouTube, please.
I'll definitely have to check him out. That's awesome.
Billy Tarzan.
But yeah, he's great. He's great. But here's another one for you. Did you know each cell in your body? I don't think we can call it a separate organism, but it has a separate cell inside of it with its own DNA.
Yes.
The mitochondrial DNA it makes us like a symbiotic. It makes us a symbiotic organism, but our cells, it powers our cells. So it's like we can't exist without these two things existing together, yet separate.
We're a battery.
Like in the Matrix. I just had this conversation
The
with somebody
Matrix
the other
wasn't
day.
right. It was a documentary.
You think so?
Could have
When
been.
people step out of the Matrix, now don't take it so directly, like you're going to start having wires pop off out of you.
But waking up doesn't always mean anything except for me.
Easy.
You could be waking up out of
Like your subconscious world.
yeah, basically. It's waking up your
Conscious
subconscious
world.
and your subconscious world. When you come out of the matrices, my point is like it's like he said, you don't show up somewhere else in a whole other place that's completely different from where you were. You're still
So
in
the
the
whole
same place,
concept
but
is
your
right
mind
there.
isn't contained anymore. Your body isn't held down by the weight of everything, and you can open your mind more and learn more. You're not just sitting there learning what the program wanted you to learn.
Right,
You become your own artificial intelligence.
And even on a smaller scale, step away from what the media is saying. Because every time they give you something to distract you,
Look at my house, bro. You see the TV?
well, I want to know what the media says, but I don't let it tell me
I
what
don't let it
is.
influence me the way they want it to.
You see the TV in my house, or my apartment.
Right. Usually, hey, I got like YouTube or something playing in the background, and
I
I'm
got
doing something
music
else.
always going, unless I'm watching a movie or I do have CBS. But no, I don't need too many more smart on it.
Right.
Give me some aluminum in my head.
Oh, not the tinfoil cap.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, why not?
I don't want all that. If they're trying to kill my dog.
Yes.
That's a good boy. Oh. He looks at me. He just looks at me when other people look on him. He's like, "Is this okay, Daddy?"
It's like, are you jealous yet?
Yeah, probably so. Look what I'm doing.
Right. Oh, man.
Fired. Get out of here.
That's great.
$1 million. I'll sell it.
Sorry, dude. Too rich for my blood.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
It's kind of like Violent J said that one time. I wouldn't trade 10 juggalos for 10,000 juggalos.
Mainstream
Juggalos,
fans.
Yeah, mainstream fans.
Right.
10 juggalos is priceless to me.
Right. It's family. That's what it... It was a lot stronger back in the day.
Yeah, I love...
It ain't like that no more, man. That you don't have that no more.
We
This world
forgot...
is so screwed up and indoctrinated, dude. They're
And people that think that they're edgy and free and like they're
Right.
free and shit. Like I'm not talking about just everybody. I'm talking about like there's people out there that think they know stuff that really don't. You know, they think they're free and they think they do whatever they want to do, but they don't realize they're allowed to do that until someone tells them they can't.
Well, it's like the quote from the opening of the show, Socrates. The only knowledge is knowing you know nothing.
I know a lot of things, but at the same time, I know I will never know everything.
That's why I always, when some social media warrior wants to jump in on one of my posts, which I truly do enjoy, but I don't like to do too much debating because I just think that's stupid. But I will prove my point with either articles or videos of some kind, and I do it all the time, and then I never hear back from them because,
See,
I won't
that's
say his name.
see, that's like me. I try to attack everything from a
Right.
neutral perspective, even if I don't agree with it. If I know it's true, then it's
Check this
It's
out.
fact.
right.
Check this out. I just had a conversation, it was probably about 3 or 4 of us, on Instagram, under somebody's post, something about satellites, and I said, please, there's over tens of thousands of satellites up there. Why can we not see?
That's true.
Then some guy goes, well, you need to check this app out, or not this, go to this webpage. I had to get on there. Look,
Wait a minute, I think I might. Who did you say the name was?
give me 1 second. I'll find it right here.
Well, I was just wondering because that's what I think it is. Because I know someone that's been posting stuff about he's got an app on his phone where you can see the International Space Station.
Oh yeah, I had the ISS app. It's actually kind of cool. You see the confused Earth as it's going across.
I used to have the star map one where you moved around, but I had to take it away because I always kept looking for Uranus. That was a game.
Note that Johnny likes to look at Uranus.
No, it's not gathering all over again.
Hey, what do asteroids and hemorrhoids have in common? They're both found around Uranus.
Now, this guy wanted me to go to, like 14 comments. It's called Go East Feed. He says, go there. So I did. I logged in and what was that again? Go East.
Yeah, something goes.
Goes East.
He's looking it up.
I'm looking it up. Goes East.
It's like into the west of the monkey game.
Feed.
What goes east?
Feed.
Feed goes east?
Goes east, feed.
Goes east feed.
Ooh.
Goes east imagery. There's, and that's what I did. And now it pulls this up. I don't know if you'll be able to see.
Let me see it over here.
You don't tell me what to
Yeah, it
do.
might
Not
show
my
up better on
dog.
his.
His dog tells him what to do.
He does. You
We
think I'm
found
right?
the Zodiac, man. We found the Zodiac.
It does.
No, it doesn't show. Oh, wait. We got action.
Now go to. This guy's trying to tell me this is going to show me where satellites is. Or what? Yeah. Show me where the satellites are. But it doesn't. All it shows is animation, CGI, bullshit.
I feel you. So there's really, you feel that there's not enough proof to prove that. All right, I'll give you a good example.
CGI.
There was. I'm wanting to say Star Trek. One of the Star Trek episodes, right?
Right.
They find this ancient starship just traveling through space.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's headed into like a star or something, right? So they get on it, trying to find the people
Awesome.
and redirect it. But they find out that the people are actually living inside of a chamber in that starship, convinced they're living on a world. The stars are projected on the roof, right? But the people that were piloting the ship died. So these people have been living for thousands of years inside that artificial world in the starship, thinking they're still on their planet.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
It was one of the newer Star Treks, honestly.
Right. I think I know which one you're talking about.
Hey, it wasn't Deep Space Nine.
No.
No, it's newer.
Oh, so one of the newer ones like Discovery or Enterprise?
It might have been Enterprise.
The one with Scott Bakula?
I can't remember for sure.
I know it wasn't the
I remember the story.
That just come out.
Discovery's pretty awesome.
Yeah, the new one.
I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it or Enterprise, really. But
Enterprise, I liked it because it was more
Deep Space Nine,
closer to realism.
That's about the only TV show that I actually went through and tried to watch about was Star Trek.
Oh man, I got a lot of them. I wait till I get a whole season in, and then I binge watch the season, like
Right,
The Walking
exactly.
Dead, Sons of Anarchy.
Which they are. Now that one I did watch. I watched that with my fiance. That was.
Yeah.
But anyways, they are pushing the alien agenda big time.
All right.
Have you not seen it or noticed it?
The what now?
Yeah.
Me and Johnny actually talked about this.
I believe.
The alien
But there's
agenda?
a point to what I'm trying to say.
Okay, I'll let you finish your point first.
I know. As crazy as it's going to sound, I'm not the only one who thinks fake, false flag, fake alien invasion.
Wait, we've had that same
Already
conversation.
have that technology. So y'all already had this. Let me put it this way. I don't get to talk to too many people. So everything that I come up with, or read, or whatever, pretty much stays here to something like this. Because my people,
Don't want to hear this.
their eyes are closed,
And they want to remain
twisted.
Oh.
Exactly. They want to eat the processed foods. Look so pretty on, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, that's what I think I have.
All right, follow me on this one. All right, I've said the same thing, and I think whether it's real or will be a false flag, one or the other, whatever. I think that might be what's necessary to unify the world as one world, because just like on Independence Day, it caused the world to unite. Now, here's my thing: the Simpsons have predicted almost everything perfectly.
Everything.
The Simpsons creator
Do not
went
mention
on.
one thing that hasn't happened yet. It's not on video. I'll tell you what it is once we're off.
I got to give you one thing though. The Simpsons creator went on to create other shows. This is what me and Johnny have talked about.
Futurama. And
Watch
now he has
the Watch Futurama when Fry gets frozen, and it fast forwards through time and shows these cataclysms, alien attacks, and all kinds of crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying?
They're openly telling you the truth, so you will think.
That's make believe. But it's kind of like I told him with that Joe Rogan Experience episode. They had Tom DeLonge on from Blink-182.
Now, I've not yet seen that, but
that's a really good one.
That's really
That's
good.
a good one.
He talks about how his company, one of his companies, is hired by the government to help with some kind of stuff with alien stuff or something, basically.
Yeah.
It's because he provides a service that they want, and that's why they're willing to talk to him.
And he says he has permission to give them out X amount of information because they want it to slowly be released, and he is like talking to them in the same way, say like, I understand some things need to be kept secret.
Yeah.
And I understand
20, 30, 40 years ago, yeah, today.
No, it definitely does.
Even today.
Think of the movie Men in Black.
Exactly.
A person is smart. People are dumb. I don't even remember the whole line. People are dumb, panicky herd
They are
animals.
cattle. There's only a handful of us that are aware of this.
But we're also the only ones capable of being aware of it. Like, if lightning strikes near a herd of cattle, only one gets spooked and takes off running, the whole herd takes off running after it.
Right. Good. I
So
followed you into the rabbit hole.
So if this becomes mass public knowledge, what if? All right, let's just give an example. Trump's Space Force.
They already have it.
Okay, I believe they already have it too. But what if it's been necessary because our Hubble telescope has seen a fleet coming at us and it's 200 years away, and we're trying to prepare without telling the population, so they all turn, oh, let's panic and have sex and commit suicide and party, and we're screwed anyway.
Dude, we got 200 years. Let's get it together and save ourselves.
Right, but if you told everybody that, the herd mentality would happen.
Yeah.
And I ain't even saying that's what's happening, but that's one logical process. So there needs to be a level of disclosure and non-disclosure.
You're right. I'll give you that.
But the ones that are smart enough to figure it out, they give you enough information to figure it out.
You just gotta pay attention. You just gotta.
There's things hidden in places. It's kind of like in A Beautiful Mind. Yeah, he suffered from, that thing where he saw people that weren't there and stuff, but at the same time, he was able to find codes and things, even though they weren't real ones. But if they had been, imagine what he would have found. You know what I'm saying? It's stuff hidden in plain sight.
Stuff hidden in plain sight. It's like the symbols that we see that have the meaning for the everybody and the meaning for those that know.
The select few.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Oh, it's beautiful though. It's excellent to be able to sit down and talk with people that are aware that there is so much information out there and most people ignore it.
I post shit about that kind of stuff.
I feel like I drive myself crazy sometimes learning all this stuff because I sit here and I feel like I hit the rabbit hole.
You up first, dude. You up first. The more you get into it, the more you go.
Yeah, the more you relax, you have to accept some things are out of your control.
That's why
affect what you can affect, not stress over what you can't.
Everything. Find something positive or good or beautiful in anything.
Right. That's right. It's like almost all religions have one thing in common. The golden rule.
Golden rule.
Just love your neighbor as yourself. It's in the
Treat
Torah,
everyone
it's in the Christian Bible, it's Zoroastrianism, Muslims have their versions, Wiccans. Unitarians have their own version. You know, Buddhists, Confucius, they all try to teach the same thing.
Oh yeah.
And
Love.
it's crazy. It's
Be
love.
kind. Love. Be kind. Let me tell you something.
See, I believe
It really works.
Go ahead.
It really does work because I have been practicing and trying to be more patient, more kind with people, more understanding when I'm at work. Because at first I'd be like, they keep asking me the same question, the same stupid question, or more stupid questions. And I'm like, I've already told you everything you need to know. Now it's gotten to where I will just continue to nicely answer the question without being sarcastic.
Mhm.
And sarcasm becomes so
Right.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
Especially in the industry that we work in.
right. So and it works, man. The more I do it, the more it becomes a habit, the more I feel good about myself, which vibrates out. And that's all I'm trying to do. Vibrate kind of love, man. And anyone who knows me from my past, what I'm talking about sounds like craziness. Because I used to be
Straight laced.
I was crazy, stupid, I was dumb, I was angry, so I hurt people. Today, completely different. And it works. I've been out meditating every night, 7 o'clock.
That's awesome. I feel everybody should take some time out to meditate, and
It works.
meditation ain't all the yoga, and
No, but
sometimes
that
it's
does
just going and sitting by yourself and clearing your thoughts. Just something as simple as that
Meditating
is a form of meditation.
right. Don't think. Don't think. And it's hard at first, but it does get easier and it does get better and it does feel so, oh my gosh, really so. I can tell you a story, and I know people might say I'm crazy, but I'm pretty sure you'll understand. I think I told you once. When
Crazy.
I know it, right? I don't.
Okay, I'm on.
I watched the Billy Carson video. He talked about how people, when they pray, it's like they're kind of begging, which gives you a low frequency, and the universe will not pick it up, or it will give you something. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But if you know that the world, I'm going to say it, is not a donut. The world is actually, or the universe is actually a 3D holographic universe. And instead of praying, begging, command, like, command your finances, command your love life, command this, command that, whatever. Don't beg. Command it. And then think it and have it experience. And it works. I was playing cornhole. I don't play cornhole at all. I suck at it. And I'm standing there and I said it 6 times, 6 different times. I command this bag to go in the hole. It did it 6 times. I would tell you this other story on how it worked, but it's a
Yeah, sure. So let's keep that one alone.
yeah.
I admit to nothing. I admit to nothing. Plead the fifth.
I know shit. Thanks, sons.
Oh,
Oh,
wow. That's great. That's great.
Man, I'm telling you, the more y'all get to know me a little better, the more weirder you'll believe I am.
You keep saying Billy Carlson. I keep thinking, it keeps running through my mind, Randall Carson. Um,
I keep thinking Johnny Carson.
Well, he has a. He also goes by forbidden knowledge.
I think I've seen that.
wait a second. I think that's
Yeah, he's
just
forbidden
saying.
knowledge. Forbidden knowledge. He's the same person.
Right. See, you
wrote
making
out
me. You want to make
the
me.
new book called Emerald Tablets, and I'm giving this dude some props, big time throwing this shit out. But he's wrote out a book, the Emerald Tablets, draw, and it's for kind of basically like a beginner's better understanding of it. What Droth wrote 36,000 years ago.
Okay, I got lost for a second.
That's okay.
I was just
See, I was
about what you were
thinking
saying.
Randall Carlson. He does the sacred geometry.
Right.
He's a big promoter of the Younger Dryas Impact,
Right.
I don't know what
which
that is.
it's
Jack
the
Billy
last
Russell,
ice
man,
age.
he
There
does
was an ice age, a warming
Yeah.
period, and then an impact. The ice age happened again. Something I don't know everything, but it's actually we have proof that there was a worldwide flood. We
Yes.
have physical proof that there was a
Yeah.
worldwide flood caused by
Yeah.
major
written down
asteroid
by different
impacts.
civilizations. So
Oh, yeah.
it did not kill everybody.
Right. Now that goes back to my all myth is based in fact. I'm not saying no is true. I'm saying there is a truth to it.
Of course. Every fantasy, every story, every
Right.
So, I mean, look at it this way. Our ancient ancestors did not have the imagination at that time to go, UFO, call them that,
Well,
spaceship,
you
and draw
think
it out. They only drew what they see. They only wrote what they were told.
right. You think of the tribes nowadays. They see a shiny bird. It's an airplane, but they call it a shiny metal bird or something along that lines. You know,
Chariots of Fire,
The Vietnamese.
Vinmanas. That's a good one.
Good one.
See, I'm good with little spots.
Man, see,
Man,
that's
I'm
another
gonna go
thing.
pee, guys.
I find all kinds of little information like that. Like exactly, like right here. I got one right here about the bronze nose dragon. Much like the legendary Loch Ness monster of Scotland, the bronze nose dragon, which is also known as Rosinia, is a creature with eerily similar sightings and descriptions from the lake West Russia.
Man, we got one. We got one in America, Lake Champlain. Champ from Lake Champlain. He's another one. Well, yeah, I kind of do. No, we smoke around. It's not.
I understand.
But all right. Here's what I was going to say. We got the Ica stones. All right, and now you can look at some of them. Some of them are completely created. Some of them are completely created by. Thank you. By some of them are fake. Some are flat out fake.
Yes,
but you can look at them and they have. I forget what they call it, but they have a buildup inside the grooves that tells their age. Those are obviously real. Now those will show the natives riding on and hunting dinosaurs. It shows them doing heart surgery. They've got some that show brain transplants. They have doctors come in and look at it. It's like, man, that's a brain transplant, and we can't do that now.
Did I pronounce that right?
Pumapuku?
Giant H's and not Boston, Brazil, maybe.
What was the question?
Pumapunku. All right. Here, I'll give you something crazy about that. The polygon walls that are in all these places, the same polygon walls are found in South America, Turkey, Egypt, Russia, everywhere in the world.
Because when I posted something about that, a lot of people picked it up was like, wow, that's pretty awesome.
Uh-huh.
And there's a lot of them was like, well, all they done was just stack blocks. No,
No,
they shaped this stuff.
they shaped
They
it.
did not use mortar. They stuck
Oh
it
yeah.
and
Okay.
they heated it up. They did whatever they did and made it fit.
Man,
And,
I just found out something about one of those sites. I can't remember which site it is,
Yeah.
but they got one of those polygonal walls, right? Melted.
yeah.
Swear on everything.
Yeah.
They've got the new building on top of it, but the old building, you got the wall right here on this side,
Right.
polygonal wall, the ancient structure. You got another one on this side that looks like it somehow became a lava flow, and nobody talks about it, and there's no volcano there, but
Yeah,
it's
they-
melted. It's freaking stone melted and flowing like it was lava. What the hell caused that? What do we know nowadays that could cause that?
That would heat
Our
like,
ancient
you know, when it's a
ancestors
volcano.
had technology far greater than what
And
we
it's on one
have.
trail. But this
And who
looks
gave
like
it to them?
a weapon.
And
Well-
there was an ancient species or culture, group of people, but they were here before the Anunnaki got here, and those are your lizard people, your serpent
Oh, the
Man,
reptilians.
in Egypt, they talk about them at the 8 serpent kings or something like that.
people. But see, sometimes.
Well, how do we know that there wasn't a dinosaur?
Actually, they were here by
That survived, like how they
How
did
do we
in,
know they
Super
weren't
Mario
a
Brothers.
dinosaur that evolved before the mammals evolved? Maybe this is a natural cycle on this planet, and if mammals died and cephalopods became the dominant species,
Right.
there would be one that evolved into a higher intelligence. We don't know that because octopus, they already are a higher intelligence. The only thing that keeps them down is they're solitary creatures. They don't learn from each other. If the giant octopus became a social creature, they would be pretty much on our level. They've got our problem-solving skills, maybe not ours, but close to it.
Oh, yeah.
And ours had to work its way. Now, here's another thing to think about. When what's his name? All right, Plato, when he wrote about Atlantis, right? His mentor got the story from Egypt. Okay, I can't remember his name right now. But anyway, he got the story from Egypt, and he's like, man, we know there were 2 ages of humans. You know, we know we're the second age of humans. And the Egyptian priest laughed and said, no, man, you're wrong. You're wrong. There's been 5.
Yep.
We've come to a higher level, according to the Egyptians, 5 times.
More now.
They have spoke of the world or earth being destroyed or something horrible, wipe shit out 5 times.
Well, I'll give you this. The toroid asteroid field, we pass through it cyclically, in cycles. Alright?
Yeah, like
Now you
that.
think that Younger Dryas, extinction, mini ice age, asteroid impacts at that exact time everywhere on the planet.
Yeah, now that there it is written that the Great Flood was caused by Nibiru. Yeah.
Yeah, they say a rogue planet,
X,
whatever you
Mercury,
want to call it. Nibiru. Yeah.
which is all the same ordeal.
And an astrological body with a gravitational mass
With
enough at the right time to where our ice caps are melting, shift in gravity, ice cap falls into the sea,
We're going to
tidal
call it
wave.
climate change.
Huh?
Yeah, but we're going to call that climate change. Because that's also going on in other planets in our solar system and the moon. Third woman.
Now,
Carson talks about that. So does other scientists.
now,
Well, I seen one interesting the other day since you brought up the moon. I was watching one the other day about how the moon is hollow.
Yes.
And they think that, and since we can only see one side of the moon, really, they think that there's aliens and shit or something up there going on too.
Yeah.
Because I've seen videos where they see little things that look like they're moving away from the moon or
They did
across
say
it.
when they went to the moon and left and they lifted up and dropped this metal capsule thing we did, and when it hit, it rained for about 3 hours. Like on that.
Mm-hmm.
They did it like 2 more times after that. And it rained every time. Now, the moon is stone, and they don't make hollow like, some say, well, maybe it's a Death Star from Star Wars. Or it's more like,
Hey, I seen something cool though, man. Our moon has what looks like the giant destroyer satellite dish on it, but there's another moon, I'm wanting to say around Saturn, but don't quote me on that, that looks identical to ours and has that same dish on it, exactly like the Death Star does,
I
in
wouldn't
the
doubt it.
same position the Death Star
I
does.
say there's a lot of action going on around Saturn.
But I think it's kind of funny because
All the above?
people
Right.
come up with these stories about like how Star Wars is.
Yes.
How do we know that shit's not going on in other places and somebody had that planted in them, or maybe they got to see some of it and came up with the rest of it?
Well,
Like you said earlier, there's some truth behind every.
Gene Roddenberry,
Star Trek.
Star Trek, out of nowhere, and he's got all this information. I forget the whole story, but there's a theory about him getting the information
Yes, I
to
heard a
write
little
the
something about
story.
that.
And
And if you all have any input, feel free.
yeah, man, leave a
Leave a
comment. You got some more information on anything we're talking
You know what
about?
I thought was one of the best series of Star
Hit that
Trek,
like button. We'll kick your ass tomorrow at 12.
Yeah, don't forget to subscribe too.
Like, subscribe, and share, and hit the
Cheesy
notification button.
promotions, cheesy promotions, warning.
No, you know which series of Star Trek was the best one to me? Deep Space Nine.
That
You know why?
was cool.
Because Deep Space Nine was them still striving to keep everything that had happened in all the other ones before it.
Right.
But they were also having to deal with a lot more darker stuff. Like they had to deal with, what was that one? Section 31 or something like that.
Right,
Or
right.
Section 13, which was supposed to be basically black ops for
Yes, that's
Federation.
on the new Star Trek too, dude.
Yeah,
Yep.
but that was the first appearance of them, I believe.
Because
Yeah,
the spore
Star
drive,
Trek was like
that
the very
ship
beginning
is
of the-
technically theirs or something like that,
Right.
and you see them with the black badge every once in a while.
Right.
It's crazy.
You always got
But yeah, I
ultra
mean,
elite force.
you think about it, those are the guys that are doing the stuff that nobody else wants to do.
It
Or-
could very well be.
You know, I'm sure we have that now.
We have that
We
now,
have
big
the black
guy. We have
badgers.
that now, big guy.
Oh yeah, we definitely have that now. I mean,
I'm not talking about the other.
and it's a tough thing because we can't affect it, and we have to have trust. Are they doing things for the greater good, or are they self-serving? And that's the tough part.
Well, to me, most of what I can tell is it's self-serving.
I think it's greater good.
Well, not all of it.
Let me check.
If they're working for the governments and stuff,
Uh-huh.
it seems a little more self-serving.
You
than those
remember-
in power.
You remember a comment I told you, something I told you before, all right? A question I proposed to you before, all right? If, say, you knew, all right, let's go back to the alien fleet thing. Say we know there's an alien fleet 200 years away from us. Let's just go out there and say that's what it is. Or the asteroid field. We know we're going to pass through it. We know that the only way to produce the technology we need to save the population is look at our government. Our government's the one supplying us with all these deadly drugs and getting the money off of it. What if we know the only way to make it happen is to kill off half the population with drugs to save the other half of the population? Right? We know that's the only way to save the human race. Could you make that decision?
Well, I mean, no and yes. I mean, in a way, somebody's got to make the decision. But at
Right.
the same time, it's not a decision
But-
that I would want to make.
But
I'm
that
not
goes
that
back.
cold-hearted.
That goes back to the greater good. You know what I'm saying? Could you have
Basically,
the
that's a
burden,
decision.
the burden of understanding why you had to do the unsavory thing?
Well, see, basically what you're saying is, would someone, put yourself in the position of the person who had to make that choice is, now I have to kill half of, humanity in order to even save humanity, because if I don't kill this half, then all of humanity dies.
Right. And of course, to all of us, to your general, but not all of us, to the general population, it really looks like, hey man, they're just fucking us over. They're just fucking us over. There's depopulation,
Check the
rule of the
fucking
world, 1%.
GMOs. Dude.
That's to the masses. That's to the masses what it means, because the masses can't make that decision to, oh my God, we got to save
Right.
the race as a whole.
They're waiting on a savior that's not coming.
Eh,
Nobody's saving us, man. We got to save ourselves. Change my mind.
okay, give me
Hey.
time.
So instead of that one guy with the last name issue, it's going to be you this time.
Who did what?
So instead of the change my mind guy, it's you the change my mind guy now. But y'all have the same
I
last
just say
name.
that because I like that fucking man.
Really?
Steven Crowder, Louder with Crowder.
Louder with Crowder?
Yeah, he's the one who does the change my mind. Steven Crowder.
Oh wow. Hey,
Yeah,
Steven
that's
Crowder,
what
you
it
just got plugged, man. You just got plugged. So give us a subscribe back. Yeah,
Hey,
but yeah, it's all right. A lot of my belief is biblical directed because I was raised Catholic. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not anymore. I'm an omniist. I look for the truth. I look for the truth. So I have a lot of references that come back to it. It's really simple. It doesn't say they'll know you by your words. It says they will know you by your works. So just do the work.
They want you to do that. I don't want to do
Well, what's their work? Remember what we said just 2 minutes ago. What if their work is the greater good? And we don't know it because we don't have that information.
that.
We're smart enough to figure out what's going on, but we're not smart enough to figure out what it means.
Ancient past history of their Catholic religion.
Well,
I do not believe that they were
Okay. Catholics, to me, is a degradation of the original format of what the religion was supposed to be,
I understand.
completely.
I know there's two different branches of two different kind of types of something.
And I'm not addressing this. I'm not addressing this from a religious perspective. I'm addressing this from the people that have more information than us. What if we see them as fucking us over, but really it's the greater good they're doing?
But they almost make it sound like it, and maybe if I'm on that same level, the New World Order
Uh-huh.
almost sounds good except for one religion, one language, one currency. Okay, I'm not worried about that. But one religion, one language. I can't remember them all. Georgia guidelines. There you go.
The Godstones.
There we go.
Right.
Some of that shit I don't believe in. Like knocking the people down to 500,000 people on the planet, one religion, one this, one that. I don't believe in just one. But the whole community working as a group for the greater good. Say like Star Wars. Star Trek. Every time they're on their planet, from the outside, it looks very beautiful and peaceful and in harmony.
Oh.
You see what I'm going with that?
Right.
I would like to see the world like that, where everybody's helping
Yeah.
live. Everybody's
Oh, yeah.
loving each other.
Oh, yeah, I'll go with that. I'll go with that.
But I don't want the one religion,
All right.
one whole government that takes care of everything. I really, I just don't.
What if aliens are real and we can't participate in their interplanetary society until we
Okay.
become a planet?
Planet.
Instead of a bunch of different states and nations working against each other?
One world.
Right. That's what I'm saying. But
What if we can't step up to the next scale?
they don't want. Right.
So maybe we need to step up to the next scale.
Right. But I still don't say that has to. Why do you have to kill off half the population?
In order to save the rest of them.
What are you saving them from?
And we're just saying ifs. You know, if we're spliffs, we'd all be high.
See, we don't know if there's any information for
Right.
us. You know, people
What if
have
there
the
is information that they have that has caused them to make these decisions? All right.
I don't know. Maybe we should just go
They
dancing
have
around
the
now in the
information, but
woods.
who's to say that their information that they supposedly have,
Mhm.
theoretically now,
Theoretically, this is all theoretical.
is still bogus? Because they just want to control the masses and drop us all the way down
Maybe.
to enough where they know if something broke out, they squash it.
Yeah. What if it's simply the population control limit is breached right now and needs to be reached? What if that's what it is? What if being thinking that we are herd animals? What if we really are herd animals and we get
Well, we
harvested
are, and we're
every so often?
Fucking hurt.
Herd animals. What if we really are herd animals and we are harvested? What if we are harvested every so often? Wouldn't that be fucked up?
I mean, I feel like they're probably harvesting humans.
What if we have to reach a certain level and then we get
That's
harvested?
not the first time I've heard that. And if you want to go back
And we
to
don't
that,
know.
let's go back to the Exodus. That's what they were. We were harvested as batteries. For,
Right. Well, what if it's another thing? What if Earth is a nest and we are the larva of something greater? Because every age they talk about
and
before
that's
us
what the elite
evolved.
don't want us to know.
And Johnny feels like he's out of the conversation.
Nope.
Right.
Just sitting there listening because there was some stuff here I did miss out on. At the same time, I was listening to you all because I was kind of interested in what y'all were saying.
What if, alright, going back to the Bible, God created us, Elohim created us in their image. In their image. But we're not going there. What if we are like the maggots of the earth because the people that talk about the first age and the second age, well, the first age became the angels. The second age became something else. You know what I'm saying? What if we are a higher being? What if we are the larva of a higher being?
And then when we die, we shed our larva skin and go on to our next form.
Maybe we die as larvae if we just die.
That's a
Maybe
very
we
good
evolve.
metaphor. That's a great metaphor. That honestly really is a great metaphor.
We go into
This is nothing but our avatar. Our real bodies, our real life source, our real energy that's inside us. It's our soul. And if people don't wake up and learn to love, be kind, your soul will be recycled back into the system.
That video you sent me about the lady who was killed for disclosing the information on aliens and UFOs.
Yeah.
All right, I actually found more information on that.
I'm glad you did.
And one of her interviews, all right, she supposedly had a high special forces, something like that. I don't remember everything, but he said, "Yeah, aliens are real. Yeah, they evolved a lesser being into us so that they'd have a place to implant their souls when they died. And not everybody has a soul."
What's it? Dolce, New Mexico? Dolce?
Douche.
Something like that.
Dolce.
Something like that. In New Mexico, they say there is a 7-layer underground base just for the aliens to kidnap humans and do their experiments and shit.
Well, it's kind of like this one documentary I watched where they said that they were talking about how, I can't remember if it was the Greys or the other ones, the reptilian ones, but they gave them, one of them, permission to do experiments on us for technology and things like
The
that.
aliens have broken the treaty, and they're taking more than what they need and doing more than what they're supposed to. It's just what rumor has. Don't come kill me, CIA. Prove me to kick your ass.
We know nothing. We're just guessing.
Yeah, we're just guessers.
These are all hypotheses.
Yeah,
And things that we've seen from other people, so that's not our fault. Go for them.
Brewski made me say it.
Told you, we found the Zodiac. He's right here, and the dog is making him do it.
Making me do it. I tell people all the time he's an evil hellhound. Just look at him.
Huh?
Who's next to you?
Go
Take a small little break. Take a pee break.
ahead.
I already did.
Okay.
I'm going to take a smoke break.
Oh, okay.
That's where I'm going. Y'all can keep rolling if you want, but I'm going to step outside and have a smoke.
Well, it's a continuous video, so it's all
That's
good,
fine. You all keep going. And I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back.
right?
Yeah, I
Check
know.
up next week. Leave your
Wait.
uniform tonight.
You got paid for this?
Yeah. Last time I
When the fuck did
got
we get ice cream?
Last time I got a Green Lantern ring.
And remember,
Tonight.
we are not sponsored by water. Not sponsored by water.
Brown water at that.
Brown water. I put vitamin juice in my water. We're not sponsored by water. Thank you, water, for
Being self-sustaining.
Being water.
being water.
Yeah. Put fluoride in it.
No, man. I got purified. Let's see. Hold on. Do we have fluoride?
It's not going to say fluoride, my friend, but it's a all bottled water has fluoride.
You think so?
Yes, sir.
Problem.
I take that back. There are some that don't, and they're in glass jars or bottles, green usually, and those are way too expensive, but those don't have fluoride. And I don't know the name. I think one of them is, what's that green bottle? Pierre, whatever.
Oh, my God. Not the nasty water.
Yeah.
Oh, that stuff's
doesn't have
awful.
fluoride from what I understand.
Right?
And some other ones. And fluoride's in your tap water.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely in your tap water. It's loaded in your tap water. It's in your
does not help
toothpaste.
your teeth. It actually makes it worse. So,
Yeah.
Bruce, what do you got to say about this shit?
Oh, man. So, like, we're like over an hour and 13 minutes. So I think it's about time we call it quits for the night. Alright. So, I guess Johnny's not here. He'll be back after his cigarette. So we're just going to call it.
Do this.
Ha! We enjoy having you every time, Dennis.
I appreciate it. Thanks. Check this shit out. We're going to call it a night. We're so glad you all came and visited us. This shit. Check this out. If y'all do not hit the like button, subscribe and share, I will have the ultimate mean-ass evil hellhound Brisky Brute come to you. Hit the like button. Peace.
Oh, man, it's been great having you, Dennis. I think it's been a really great show, Johnny.
Yeah, I did pretty good this time.
I appreciate it, man.
Oh, man.
I made it almost the whole show without having to have a cigarette.
Oh, it's great. It's great. Guys, thanks again. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And leave us your comments. Any of the topics we talked about, leave us your comments. Let us know what you
Opinions,
think.
whatever.
Yeah.
If you have more information about what we talked about, feel free to leave the comments. But for now, peace out.
Peace.
Say